Hey everyone, and welcome to another All About RVs video. Today we're going to take a look at this brand new 2021 and a half Cedar Creek Cottage 40CRS destination trailer. We're going to take a few minutes, walk you through the inside of the RV, then we'll come on back to the outside of the RV, and then we're going to close it all up and show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now up inside the new Cedar Creek Cottage 40CRS. We're going to take a minute, spin through the inside of the RV, and then we'll head outside, show you around the outside. Starting over here, you have your main slide-out system here, which is on the door side of the RV. You have a nice freestanding dinette here with 4 chairs. The tabletop has an extension and also raises up for some storage, and then those seats also have storage in them as well. Nice panoramic view overlooking the campsite of the RV area here. Deep tint safety glass windows, single pane windows standard, dual pane windows as an option. A lot of customers do prefer those dual pane windows, especially if you're extended staying or full timing in the RV. You have a freestanding power theater seat here. So this will recline back. You have 2 cup holders in the middle along with some storage in there. And then you can see on the side of the little centerpiece, the power button along with USB charger port. Some light switches in between the windows there, and more USB charger ports. You have a large freestanding sofa across the back, and that is a hide-a-bed style sofa. So that sofa will actually flip out, make into a big bed for guests, and you still have plenty of room, as you can see there, to walk around the area here. Also in that picture, you can see the pull down shades as well. You have a day shade and a night shade both back here. Little end table on the side there. There's an electric outlet above that as well. You can also see up top here the returns for the Whisper Quiet air conditioning system. So this is a nicer, higher performing air conditioning system, and it's also quieter. You don't see that big square in the middle of the roof where it's got as loud of a roar noise when you're in here. So it's kind of nice. You can sit in here and have a good conversation or watch TV and not have as loud of an air conditioner roaring above your head. Down below you have your electric fireplace, which is basically a fancy electric space heater, but they're pretty nice little units there. A little bit of storage up above that fireplace there, so you could put a satellite box or DVD, Blu-ray players, whatever you want inside of there. Then above that you have your IRV technology radio, which does have an HDMI input, USB charger, CD player scenario there, and a couple indoor speakers, and then you have some outdoor speakers also. Large Insignia flat screen TV here, which is on a swing arm. It is strapped into place right now. And back in behind here, just so you kind of see, there's another electric outlet back there and some light switches also. Then you have some storage up above the TV as well. And nice feature on the cabinetry in here is it does have the Euro style hinges, so it gives it a little bit cleaner look when you got your doors closed there. Really, really beautiful RV. Now on the island down below here, you can see there is an electric outlet down here, along with kind of a toe kick on this back side. And really what that is meant for is the slide out when it comes in. It actually slips underneath of that. But they also do a nice little decorative kind of a center section there with an LED light strip built in. Now this year on the mid-year model change, the countertop itself got larger. So it got wider and deeper, giving you more counter space in the island. High-rise sprayer spring faucet there. And you do have the double bowl undermount stainless sink with these dual little strainer plate things that go over top of them. Now also on the island, it is kind of a two-tone, so it's kind of a black color on the back side, but then you have the gray on the front side. So you have 4 full extending ball bearing drawer guided drawers. The top one does have the little silverware divider in it. And then over here on this side, you have storage underneath, and then you have a little flip down sponge holder door up top. But in that bottom section is also your central vac down there where you change out the vac. On the other side of the island is where the central vac is actually located at to hook your hoses to and use it to vacuum out the RV if you want. You can pretty much see in here all linoleum floor except for on this one slide out. This is a flush floor slide which recesses down into the floor. So for longevity of the RV and for looks and comfort, they use carpet to cover that up. A lot of brands over the past have tried to use linoleum and different things like that match, but over time they tend to crack and break from people stepping on it in those little grooves and stuff like that. So it's much easier to do carpet and then just replace it if you ever have to in the future versus linoleum that breaks after about a year or 2 of use. Over here is your kitchen area. Again, back to this side. You have the large Insignia oven, one of the biggest ovens offered currently in an RV. Really nice oven. Has 4 burner stovetop, and the knobs are lit up, little blue lights up above them kind of thing. You could turn off the knob lights and also turn off the oven light as well. There's storage on both sides of the oven down here. So you have 3 drawers on the right and then a cabinet with a shelf underneath and 1 drawer on the left. Up top here you have storage all the way around the microwave. So really good amount of storage there. And then you also have obviously the large microwave here, and that's again an Insignia microwave. And that microwave can also be opted in for a convection oven if you wanted. So if you like to cook electronically instead of using a gas oven, you can get a convection microwave as an option. Now up top, kind of looking back at the ceiling here, you can see LED lights going down the top. You do have some nice pendant hang down lights there. Little LED strip lighting around the inside of that decorative ceiling stuff up there. There's also a fantastic fan with the rain sensor and stuff. Nice exhaust fan up top here. And the controls for that you'll see are over on the side of the cabinet when we get there. Couple cool things here. You have a large Insignia refrigerator here, which does have the freezer on bottom with a built-in ice maker. You also have the storage up above that. And that ice maker does have an on-off valve underneath the bottom of this kitchen slide. We'll pop up a picture of that so you can see that as well. So when you do receive your RV from the dealer, depending on what time of year it is, that RV could be winterized. So right now I'm shooting this video, it's December 28th, I think today is off the top of my head. And that is something that obviously it's cold out. It's freezing out up here in Ohio where we're located. So it can't have water in it. So it comes with RV antifreeze in it. That refrigerator ice cube thing is shut off. The winterization bypasses on the water heater on, that type of stuff. So when you do receive your RV for the first time, if it's in the winter time, you'll need to turn on that ice maker valve. You'll need to turn on that bypass valve or turn off that bypass valve. and then basically pump water through your system. So kind of remember that depending on what time of year you are receiving your RV from the dealer. Over here is a large pantry, and there are pull-out drawers. There's also an electric outlet back inside of there as well if you wanted to plug something in and leave it back there. Over on this side, you got some pretty cool stuff here too. So up top above the counter there, you have some USB charger ports, the pre-wire for the King Wi-Fi system as well. So if the campground has Wi-Fi and they let you tap into it, this system basically has a little antenna on the roof that will help bring that campground Wi-Fi into your RV. It is not something that you subscribe to per se with what is already existing here. If you're wanting to subscribe to, like, say, a Verizon or AT&T or whatever type of Wi-Fi system, that would have to be something else you purchase, put on the roof, and then tie it into this. But this is kind of meant to get Wi-Fi from somewhere else and help bring in that signal strength to the RV. Down below there is also your trash cans that are pull out, 2 trash cans, a little drawer above, another drawer above, and then some cabinet space on the side. Then up top you have some more pantry space or storage space, whatever you use it for. On the right side you have your little hanging closet area here and a little storage space above. And then right here you do have some controls. The ceiling fan for back here in the living room area, slide out buttons, awning in and out button, and you have some light switches, some interior light switches, 12-volt tank heaters, water pump switch, and then your monitor panel and battery conditions all right here. Now on the side of the cabinet, you have your fantastic fan controls, your air conditioner controls, along with your furnace controls. Now this is a dual zone thermostat. So zone 1 is probably going to be your main air conditioner and your furnace. Zone 2 is probably going to be your bedroom air conditioner. Now they are all ducted together, so everything kind of ties together. But you have a zone 1 and 2 for that stuff. Light switch here, and then down below is your propane leak detector down there. Now you do have this really nice sliding glass door, again destination trailer here, so that'll be looking out over your campsite or your porch area, whatever you're doing with your RV. There is little hang down blinds that come with this. They don't hang them from the factory. They're basically tucked up underneath the bed for shipping purposes, but it will come with a blind that goes there. Now over here is going to be your bathroom. Now bathroom wise, they have changed up the cabinets as well. So they are now white cabinets in the bathroom compared to last year's version. Then you have a white sliding pocket door or sliding door here. There's a little metal latch down there that holds it in place. You have your porcelain foot flush toilet. Now we're going to pan up here a little bit, and you can see you have obviously your toilet paper holder there. You're going to have some cabinet space there for your towels and washcloths and all that type of stuff. Some robe holders or towel holders there on the wall. Panning on up here, you can see another turbo exhaust fan up there to really pump out that moisture. Skylight above the shower area. You have a one-piece fiberglass shower in here, triple sliding glass door. Nice little sink area. You have some storage underneath of there, and then a traditional medicine cabinet and stuff here as well. Your controls for that fan are right here, along with some light switches and an electric outlet there. On around this direction into the bedroom, you have a swing door on the bedroom. Up top there, you do have a TV pre-mounted up there. Ceiling fan in here. Again, whisper quiet air. Now up above the glass doors over there, you have some storage you can see there. And then you do have obviously some hanging closet. Those doors slide open. And in the back on the left side, there is the switch to turn on the water heater. There's a light inside the closet as well. Over on the right side here, you're going to have some more storage space and hanging closet if you want to use it for that, but it's actually pre-set up for stackable washer dryer to go in right here. And that door is a sliding door, so it just kind of slides to this left to open up. Another big window overlooking that campsite area. You have 4 dresser drawers, full extending ball bearing drawer guides, and there's an electric outlet down on the left side of that dresser. You have your exit or entry door here as well. On the side of the wall here, you have one of the temperature sensors for the bedroom air conditioner, some light switches, and your ceiling fan switch right there. Step back over here to this side. Now this one was ordered with the queen size bed. So you basically have 60 by 80 queen size bed. You can get the king size bed. And if you do the king size bed, you lose 5 inches of space on each side. So right now we have a little bit more space on each side of the bed than the normal. Most customers and most dealers usually stock it with a king size bed. Electric outlet on both sides of the bed. You have overhead little shelves above the window there, so you could set your cell phone up there or alarm clock, whatever you want to set up there. There's USB charger ports also on each side of the bed there next to the windows. Overhead cabinets up above. Then you have individual reading lights below those cabinets as well. Down below here is your electric box with your breakers and fuses, also that brown rectangle down there. Now this bed does raise up, so you have storage that you can get to from outside. You'll see when we get out there too. But also you can see the little hang down blind for the sliding glass door and your central vacuum hoses there. All linoleum floor in the bedroom area here as well. Really nice setup for a destination trailer. Now we're going to head outside, guys. I want to show you around the outside, and then we're going to come back in and close it all up. I want to show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the outside. All right, guys, we're now back on the outside of this brand new Cedar Creek Cottage 40CRS. We're going to start here on the door side and kind of work our way around. So on the exterior of the RV, the exterior fiberglass color and decals all changed. So it is a little bit of a new look compared to the earlier version of the RV. Unit has a power awning standard on it with an LED light strip. The arms are adjustable and tiltable for water runoff, and it also has a manual override in this front arm head here to crank it in and out manually in case of an electronic failure. Now, again, this is a destination trailer, so a lot of people, when they do buy these, they build decks and porches and stuff around them. So some customers choose to order it without that awning. That awning is a standard feature, so the factory does not give us any real credit for that awning. However, it's not there, so it's out of your way, and there won't be any holes there if you do plan on building a porch and removing that awning. So if you are ordering one, which a lot of customers tend to do from us at Couches RV Nation, you can order it without that if you prefer. Most customers, however, do choose to order that as a standard feature, and then if they do a porch, they kind of set at the top of it over that awning. But your choice, just let us know how you want to order it. The unit has deep tent safety glass windows standard. option for dual pane windows. Really nice feature to have. Most customers do choose to order it with dual pane windows, as most customers, when they're buying these, are extended staying or full timing in them, taking them to lakesides or places like Florida, Texas, Arizona, and then kind of vacationing to them to get out of the cold weather. So definitely something to consider. Talk with your salesperson about that when you're ordering your RV. You have 2 outdoor speakers that are standard, and again, they work off that radio from inside, that IRV technology radio. 2 entry doors going in and out of the RV. The first one here is obviously a traditional RV entry door. It is a little bit wider than some entry doors for RVs. Also has a peephole in it. You have your traditional screen door as well. The second door is a sliding glass door. Again, this is a destination trailer, so you do usually find sliding glass doors. That is still a deep tent safety glass dual pane door as well. 2 traditional hover style steps on the RV. Again, destination trailer here, so the factories consider a lot of times that customers are building porches and stuff like that around them, decks, and they're not even going to use these steps. So they don't put like the more ride style step on there. It just basically adds extra screws to the subfloor. It doesn't really work on the sliding glass door anyway, but then they're just in the way and the customers don't want them. So traditional hover style step, these are rated for 300 pounds if you are planning on using these steps and not building a porch. In between the doors here, you will find your model number next to the front door, 40CRS, and you'll also see the 24-hour roadside assistance number there if you do plan on traveling with this. But all Forestriver campers come with that 1-year safe ride help protection there. So definitely consider that as well when you are purchasing a new RV. It's nice to have that feature. In between the doors here again, you have an electric outlet and the outside cable outlet if you wanted to set a TV out here. Now the unit does have stabilizer jacks, I think I forgot to mention here. So you can see the jack pop up there, also the enclosed underbelly. So you can stabilize the RV with the jacks. And also the unit has spots where you could hurricane strap or tie it down. If you're familiar with destination style trailers in places like Florida and that type of stuff, they do recommend that you strap them down and stake them into the ground. And that is capable of being done here on this RV. Now the unit has dual axles. So you do have 4-wheel electric brakes if you plan on traveling with the unit. You also have Easy Lube hubs, has the Dector never adjust brakes. So even though it is a destination trailer, you still have a really nice axle setup on the RV. Going on around toward the back section here, there is a nice heavy-duty fiberglass cap on the back of the RV. Again, this is a rear living room setup, so they're kind of expecting you to maybe have a nice view in the back. The 40CRS version of it is the front living room, so if you have a nice view in the front section of your RV, depending on which way you need to pull in your RV to your spot, you can go rear living room or front living room to get that beautiful view out the back panoramic window setup. Now the unit is pre-set up for the 4-camera security / drive system. So if you wanted to do the security camera or observation camera style system, if you plan on traveling with it, it is set up for that, just like their big Cedar Creek fifth wheels and stuff. So there would be cameras down each side, one above the glass door and then one on the back. It does not record or anything like that. But it is pre-set up for it if you wanted to ever add that, or if you wanted to add some other version, 12-volt version of that to the RV, you could do so. Now we're going to pop up a picture here. I want to show you the roof here real quick. You can see on this unit, dual air conditioning units. Again, they're whisper quiet, the nicer air conditioning systems. Up top there, you'll have your skylights, plumbing, stack vents, TV antennas, all that type of stuff. So you do still have to get up there from time to time and maintain all that type of stuff. Doesn't really matter if it's a fiberglass roof, TPO, rubber, PVC, whatever. They're all going to have holes in those roofs that you've got to get up there, check that lap sealant and all that type of stuff to make sure that your RV doesn't leak and get damaged. Now, one really good thing about the Cedar Creek product is it's aluminum roof studs, wall studs, and floor studs. So if you do develop a leak and you don't catch it, your main studded structure is not rotted out. Now, obviously your subfloor, your paneling, that type of stuff could be damaged, but you're not actually losing your studded structure. That's one really nice thing. It is a full cage aluminum construction. You could peel the fiberglass off of this thing and the thing will still stand together. Those less expensive laminated RVs depend on glue and stuff to hold them together, and for their strength, they don't have as many studs in them. And a lot of brands also use wood roof studs or wood floor studs to save money. So, you know, it's kind of nice having a full aluminum cage constructed RV in case you ever get some damage to it. Down below here is some low point water drains, along with one of your pull handles as well. Up top here is also your stove exhaust that will basically have a little flapper up there. You got to unlock it when you get to where you're going, and then it'll allow the smoke and stuff to go out as you are cooking inside. Now you can also get slide out awning covers over top of these slide rooms. But again, a lot of times people are buying these and putting them under cover or building porches, things like that around them, so they don't want them. But you know, if you're out traveling with this type of unit, you can still get those just like you would on a heavy duty fifth wheel or something. Down below here is your dump exhaust out area right here. So that would be where you're basically going to have to remember to hook your hose to, pull your handles. You've got handles up here plus that one in the back we just talked about. So 3 handles to pull, but everything comes out of one spot. You have your furnace exhaust out here on the right, the big black rectangle there. The orange handle there is your 50 amp detachable power cord. Then you have your black tank flush, freshwater inlet, and city water inlets right here, along with your cable inlet up here as well. So this is kind of like your little docking station area to hook everything up. Now inside of here, you also have your water pump, which does have a winterized pump kit on it. You have your hydraulic pump for your slides. These are on-off valves right here to shut them off individually. There's another white switch down there to run them in and out from right here if you want. A fuse protector here. And then you manually crank it in and out here. Look at your owner's manual for that. But this would be where you would manually do the rooms in case of an electronic failure. Now down below over here, you also have low point water drain for your freshwater tank area right here. Now you have pass-through, or not pass-through, but storage that goes under the bed that you've seen when we were inside there and raised it up. So that goes right there across the bed area. Back up here just for a second, let you look down this side a little bit better. Another nice thing too is they actually roll their roof a few inches down over the side into the gutter rail, where some less expensive brands have a 90-degree sharp edge up there where they terminate that. So I do like this rollover a little bit better than some less expensive brands. Just seems like it helps the rubber roof last a little bit longer. Or TPO, whatever brand roof they were using at the time. Here you have your water heater, 20-gallon electric water heater. Again, this is a destination trailer, so they're kind of expecting to take it someplace, be parked and hooked up. You can now order it with a traditional gas electric RV refrigerator, or water heater, but it is a much smaller water heater at that point. You're back down to like a 10-gallon instead of a 20-gallon. The unit has a bypass system on it, just like our normal RV system, so you can bypass it for winterization purposes and drain it out. Down here on the side is your stickers. Very important stickers for your RV. It's not a bad idea to take a picture of those stickers, print them off, put it with your paperwork and stuff. Sometimes over time, as the RVs age, the stickers fade out by UV rays, the sun's killing them. So it's not a bad idea to maybe take a picture of those and stick it with your paperwork. But the first sticker popping up here is going to be your main data sticker, which is basically your production date, VIN number, axle sizes, and your gross vehicle weight, the most you can load the RV up to before you really damage it. So that's axle weight, hitch weight, everything combined. Next sticker popping up here is your unloaded vehicle weight, which is what the RV weighed when it rolled off the factory assembly line. Next sticker is going to be your carrying capacity sticker, which tells you how much you can load into the RV when traveling down the road and risk damaging it. And that again is basically taking you to that gross weight of your axle and hitch weight combined. Now keep in mind, when you put those stabilizer jacks down, that is really kind of upping your overall capacity because it's not putting all the pressure again on that axle or on that hitch up here. It's basically those jacks are taking over and allowing you to put more weight in there. But that does, as soon as you put those jacks back up, you're back to your axle and hitch weight combined, and you can't overload that. So when you do the destination portion and you take it, park it somewhere kind of scenario, and then you put those jacks down and you load up your RV, you're a lot safer than just when you're traveling down the road. Next sticker popping up, guys, is going to be your tire sticker, which basically is another very important sticker because it's telling you your tire pressure. Make sure you check your tire pressure and also your lug nuts before every trip so that your tire pressure is proper and it can hold the proper amount of weight that you need to. Up front here, you do have a propane grill hookup. So if you wanted to plug in an outside grill, there is a little gas line down here to do so. Now, this front tongue on this thing is actually detachable. You can see the little bolt-on sections there. So you can actually detach this. So if you're again going to someplace permanently and you have a length restriction and you need to save this few feet, you can detach this tongue, stick it under the RV, block up the front of it, and support the weight basically, shortening up that camper for yourself. Now, if you do detach that tongue, you have to set your propane tanks down somewhere. You also have to move your battery somewhere. But you can obviously get the advantage of losing about probably 3.5 feet of tongue if you need to. Behind this little door here is just a little storage area. You have two 30-pound propane tanks with the auto changeover regulator, the hard bottle cover. The unit comes with 0 batteries from the RV maker. However, you do get 1 deep cycle interstate battery from Couch's RV Nation if you're purchasing from them. There's room to do 2 if you wanted to do 2. Talk with your sales guy about that. If you're parked permanently and you're plugged in all the time, batteries are almost useless unless the RV were to, lose power for a short time. But otherwise, you're basically not even using those really. Manual jack on the front. You could do an aftermarket power tongue jack, but again, these guys are expecting you to take it, park it permanently, so there's no reason to waste money on it to have a power jack if you're pretty much never going to use it. 7-way Bargman plug for your wiring, 2 5/16 hitch ball. And then you have your traditional safety chains up front. The front of the RV is basically just a flat front because again, your bedroom's up front. This is the rear living room style, so they're giving you your main view out the back. Again, if you want the front living room version, which is basically the exact opposite setup of this, would be the 40CCK model, which is a very popular model for them as well. But that then puts the fancy fiberglass cap up front here. All right, guys, we're going to head back inside. I want to show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now back up inside the RV here, and I want to show you what it looks like closed, kind of how this all operates. These are hydraulic slides, so you're going to have one single button in the RV to open and close the slides. Now, that button is going to be here on your control panel. There is an off switch here, so now the rooms won't do anything, so you got to make sure you turn it on. You also have those hydraulic selector valves that I talked about when we were outside. You can shut those off and still come in here and hit the button and it'll make noise, but those rooms will not move. So as a safety, you can turn it off outside. You also have this off switch here to just kind of override things. Now we're going to bring the rooms in, and basically what's going to happen, the bedroom's going to move first, then most likely the kitchen, then probably the living room. Hydraulic slides move the path of least resistance of fluid. So you kind of see here, we're going to hit the button, and that bedroom is going to start to come in. And basically it's going to come in right close to that dresser there. So we're going to stop there for the second, show you what this kind of looks like. So I could still come in here with the bed closed up, get to everything except for my 4 dressers drawers right here. So I could climb over the bed, get into the closet, get to the washer dryer cabinet area or whatever you're doing with that cabinet area there. You can get to your overhead cabinets, all except for that very back corner one. You could technically still get to the stuff under the bed if you needed to. You can raise that up. Again, come in here, sleep if you're driving down the road and you want to stop at a rest area or something. If you're actually towing around this RV, you know, you can come in and out your entry door here and do what you need to do. Now, these other slides start moving as well. As soon as that one stops, these start to move. So the kitchen slide has already started to come in just a hair. It's going to come in the rest of the way here. It gets really close to this island, and this slide over here starts creeping in as well. Okay, we're going to stop here for just a second. I just want to kind of show you this. The slide is a flush floor slide here. So it drops down into that section of floor. So it does have to come up at an angle, and it comes up over top of the subfloor. So anything on this floor, it will run it over. Same thing over there with that slide over there, and even your bed slide, even though it's not a flush floor. But you got to make sure everything is out of the way of the slide out. So no rocks, pebbles, screws, toys for kids, whatever, because it will run it over, get trapped under that floor and tear up your linoleum. So very important to make sure that you have a clean floor before you run these rooms in or out. So we're going to come in the rest of the way. Now, another important thing on this slide is make sure that your kitchen extension leaf is in, because it will smash right into the island if it's not. So slides are closed now, did what it's supposed to do, came all the way in. So basically you can't get to the stuff back here. So if you are traveling down the road, you're not really getting back there unless you're climbing over a table or climbing over the island kind of scenario. But you still can get into your refrigerator. You can get to a little bit of this cabinet area here and do what you got to do back here in this little bit of section. You could still come in, use your bathroom, no big deal. All this is kind of accessible. Now, if you again are stopping and traveling with this type of RV, you can just hit the button, run the slides back out, which we're going to do now. The bedroom slide is going to actually move first, so we're going to spin around here so you can see that go back out. Actually, I'm going to set this down here for you so you can kind of see this a little bit better from in here. Don't forget, guys, to check out Couch's RV Nation. They are one of the largest internet wholesale dealers in the country, guys, and it'll definitely save you a lot of money on a new RV if you're interested. So this slide goes basically straight in, straight out. Real simple to do. Grab the camera back up here, bring it back out here so you can see these go back out. So now this one over here is actually moving first. And then our kitchen slide will go out after. Really do appreciate you guys taking the time to check out my videos. Again, be sure to check out Couch's RV Nation if you're interested. They sell and ship campers all over the country, one of the largest internet wholesale dealers in the country. They let me do these videos for you guys. Hope you enjoy them. Thanks again, guys. Really do appreciate you.